Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. It is a micro session because it is only 5 minutes long, where a normal, regular Reiki session with me does last an hour. An hour. Okay, so the Reiki micro session is just enough to give you a little bit of a taste, see what Reiki might feel like for you, what it might do for you, give you an idea of if you might like more Reiki, because it's just a tiny little, tender little snippet. All right, so after we do Reiki, we'll do 5 minutes of questions, and then after that, we'll see where we go from there. For the Reiki, I am setting the intention for financial ease and relief and expansion. Let's just say financial expansion for anybody watching this video, and also for whatever else may be for your highest and best good for each of you as individuals. So I say, let's get this Reiki started. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 54 after the hour, just like yesterday, and we're going to end it at 59 after the hour. Angela Lukes, Marcia Smith, hello, hello, welcome. Glad you two ladies are here. You're getting a big snowstorm out there? Yummy. Not. I don't really like snow. Snow was in our forecast, and then it got taken out. I'm happy about that. When is snow supposed to hit you guys, Miss Angela? 24 inches. That's ridiculous. Hello there, Sequoia. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you in the room, my dear. We're doing financial expansion and whatever else is for your highest and best interest today. Of course, you ladies know from being around that you can, or feel free to adjust intentions if you want to. La da 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 da. Tomorrow afternoon into Thursday, so Wednesday on into Thursday, so like a 24-hour snowstorm. Oh, aw, thank you, Miss Stephanie. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. If you think I'm spot on in the generals, you should try me on a reading that is just for you. Just saying. Shameless self-promotion. That's what I'm all about. Let's see. We've got 3 more minutes of Reiki. La da 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 da. La da da da. So Stephanie, did you buy the extended versions of the readings, or I guess I should say the reading expansions or the reading extensions that I started doing? Gabby, hello, hello, hello. I remember one of Virgo's was incredibly interesting for this month. You're predicting maybe 15? 15 even would be a lot. How are you doing today, Ms. Gabby? Absolutely. Yeah. What I would have you do whenever you purchase that is just let me know how to get a hold of her, and then I'll contact her to get it scheduled. Because I find that a lot of times when people buy for somebody else, then that somebody else is usually shy about calling me and saying, hey, so-and-so bought this for me. I don't know why, but people just tend not to. It's better if I just call and say, Gabby bought this, and, if they have any questions about it, I can answer the questions and we can schedule the appointment. It makes you look good too. Reiki feels different for everybody every time. So I like it that you're feeling the waves. I've felt the waves before. It's pretty cool. But the Reiki is doing something a little different, because what it does is it comes in, it identifies what are your blockages. So, like for our intentions, what has been blocking you from financial increase, and it starts to dissolve those. And then whatever's for your highest and best good, like I don't know that, the Reiki knows what it needs to go in and start dissolving. So for each person, as you can imagine, that's going to be different, because we're all in a little different place on our journeys all the time. So every time you have a Reiki session, it feels a little bit different. Well, I have done Reiki for clarity, for a person to get clarity before, as one of the intentions. We could do something like that, and then whatever other intention she has for the Reiki. It is pretty cool. I think Reiki is pretty cool. Now, I've had people tell me that in my long distance sessions, I've had people tell me that they felt warmth, they felt waves, they felt cold, they felt tingles, they felt, one lady said it felt like she was being tickled. I had one lady said that it felt like I was walking right through her from the back to the front, and she felt me turn around and look at her. Um, but she is also very sensitive. She's been doing this same type of work as me for like more than 30 years. And some people don't feel anything. If you're not used to feeling energy, it's not too surprising if you just don't notice anything. Doesn't mean that nothing's happening. It just means that you're not at that level to be aware. Oh, so you're thinking a medium reading. How long has it been, Gabby? Actually, Gabby, you know what? Um, Give me a call, because what I want to do before I actually agree to do a mediumship reading, I like to check in with that spirit and make sure that spirit's ready to talk. Sometimes spirits will say, "Oh, I need a little bit more time," and they'll ask me to put it off. I had one ask me to put it off a couple weeks. One's asked me to put it off 3 days. So let's talk personally before we book that. Just give me a call, okay? Yeah. Well, absolutely. I'm your girl to help you figure that out. Good morning, Universe Love. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. I am going long on the Reiki. We've got 7 minutes in. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. That would be something that, that's something that I do. It's not something that I talk about a lot, but it is something that I do. Angela Lukes is ahead of the ball game. Let me set my timer, and then I'll be taking questions. We'll start with Angela's there. Alrighty, let's see. Which deck am I using today? I'm going to use this one. Alrighty. Message from Spirit for Miss Angela Lukes. You guys are all lining up for these messages from Spirit, aren't you? Ms. Angela, what do we have for you? Oh, you showed up right in your message. Oh, this is advice. Okay, so this is you, the Queen of Swords, because you're a Libra lady. All right. You've got the Nine of Arrows, which in this deck is very different from the Nine of Air in any other deck. This talks about dedication. So this is advice that it's a good idea for you to be dedicated right now to some downtime, rest, relaxation, rejuvenate that body. So I'm thinking as soon as that snow hits, turn on Netflix or whatever movies and pop some popcorn and chill out for a little while. Allow yourself to just rest and rejuvenate. That's the advice for you. Gabby Chavez, you're up next. You're up next. La da 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 da. Trisha C. You're funny. I'm glad you're asking. Gabby, message for you. Ooh, somebody you're interacting with likes to be in charge. They like to be the bossy boss, boss, boss. All right. And it looks like this person is really, really focused on doing something that has to do, by the way, this is a male. I'm not sure, Gabby, what your sign is, but has to do with a Queen of Cups. This is going to be somebody who thinks outside the box, very positive. A lot of times when she's working behind the scenes, many times because she owns her own business, but she does get a lot accomplished behind the scenes. She's not necessarily looking for credit as she's working, and she's somebody who's very dynamic, positive, talks to a lot of people, very social. So you've got somebody who likes to be in charge, probably a male, very focused on doing something for this female, Gabby. You're a Cancer. This may not be you then, unless that personality describes you. I try not to stick too much with signs based on suits, because a lot of times my ascendants are what shows up in my suits, and most people don't know ascendants of people in their sphere of influences or spheres of influence. Okay, so that was Gabby. Next, I want to do Shakoya. Excuse me, guys. I've got a piece of dust in my throat, and I'm going to have to go. I'm so sorry.